Have you ever tried your best to live a healthy life, only to wonder if it's actually helping you? Mr. Jame, a 65-year-old man admired by his whole community, seemed to have it all figured out. He exercised every single day. He followed a strict vegetarian diet. He was full of energy and discipline. But one morning, he died suddenly from heart failure. No warning, no sign, just gone. His passing shocked everyone. How could someone who looked so healthy, someone who seemed to be doing everything right, be taken so unexpectedly? Today, we're going to explore the hidden dangers behind two things many believe are always good: intense daily exercise and a strictly vegetarian diet. Especially for those of us in our 50s, 60s, or older, this video could be the wake-up call that protects your life. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and stay with me to the end. You might just learn something that could save your health or someone you love. And if you find any part of this helpful, I'd truly appreciate if you tap like or leave a comment with the number 1, just so I know you're with me. So what really happened to Mr. Jame? Let's take a deeper look at the very first habit, the one he believed was his secret to longevity, but that silently became the reason for his decline. Mr. Jame, 65 years old, was the embodiment of a disciplined lifestyle, daily exercise and a strict vegetarian diet. He believed he was doing everything right to live a long and healthy life. But tragically, he passed away suddenly from heart failure, leaving his loved ones, friends, and entire community in shock. How could someone so careful with his health die so unexpectedly? The answer left many people puzzled. It was his excessive training and unbalanced diet that had quietly weakened his body over many years. We often hear that exercise is the key to longevity, and that's true, but only when done properly. When you overtrain day after day without giving your body time to recover, fatigue builds up and can put a serious strain on your heart, lungs, immune system, and other vital organs. One lesser-known consequence is excess oxidative stress. When you exercise intensely, your body absorbs more oxygen. But not all of that oxygen is used efficiently. A small portion turns into free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage cells, accelerate aging, and increase your risk of disease. Think of it like rust slowly forming inside your body. You don't notice it at first, but over time, it makes you weaker. And you may not understand why, even though you're living healthy. Not only does overtraining speed up aging, it can also weaken your immune system. Without enough rest, immune cells become compromised, making you more prone to colds, infections, and slower recovery after illness. Even your heart, the very organ you think you're strengthening, can suffer if overworked for too long. The heart muscles may become inflamed, leading to irregular heartbeat, or worse, sudden heart failure, just like what happened to Mr. Jame. None of this means you should stop exercising. On the contrary, gentle, consistent, and age-appropriate movement is incredibly important. Walking, tai chi, light swimming, and yoga all offer great benefits without overwhelming the body. Listen to your body. Don't let the pursuit of being younger or stronger push you past your natural limits. Exercise isn't a race, it's a lifelong journey. Mr. James' story is a gentle but powerful reminder. Living healthy isn't about doing more, it's about doing it the right way. But damage to the body doesn't come from oxidative stress alone. There's another system in the body that quietly bears the strain, and when it begins to weaken, the consequences go far beyond simple fatigue. Regular exercise is known to strengthen the body and help prevent illness. Everyone knows that, but there's something rarely talked about. When exercise is pushed beyond the body's limits, the immune system, our natural line of defense, is often the first to suffer. For middle-aged and older adults like Mr. Jame, the immune system is no longer as robust as it once was. When you overtrain, especially when pushing yourself hard every single day, the body produces large amounts of free radicals. These unstable molecules don't discriminate. They damage both healthy and harmful cells alike. And the immune system, already weakened by age, becomes a target from within. You might start feeling more tired than usual, catch colds more easily, or take longer to recover from minor illnesses. That's not a sign of laziness or old age. It's a warning from an overwhelmed immune system. What makes this damage hard to recognize is its quiet nature. There are no dramatic symptoms, just a slow decline over months or even years, where you find your endurance fading, illnesses coming more frequently, or more serious issues appearing, like chronic inflammation or unexplained infections. In Mr. James' case, it's likely that each intense workout gradually wore down his immune system, bit by bit, until his heart could no longer keep up. The human body needs training, but it also needs recovery. The immune system requires time to repair and rebuild after being challenged. Without that, no amount of healthy food or good sleep will truly restore your strength. In short, don't just exercise to feel strong, exercise to recover. Don't let your efforts become a burden on your body, and if the immune system is the first to wear down, then the silent workers of the body, organs like the liver and kidneys, are not far behind when it comes to bearing the burden of excessive exercise. When we think about the benefits of working out, we often picture a stronger heart, toned muscles, or that post-exercise mental clarity. But few people consider the liver and kidneys, vital organs that quietly handle the consequences of our lifestyle choices, especially when it comes to pushing the body too hard. During intense physical activity, when you're aiming for a higher heart rate, pushing through extra laps, or lifting heavier weights, your blood flow is redirected primarily to your muscles to meet the demands of movement. That seems logical, but it also means that organs like the liver and kidneys temporarily receive less blood supply. Less blood means less oxygen and fewer nutrients, and if this happens day after day, it begins to take a toll. The liver, responsible for detoxifying the body, producing enzymes, and aiding digestion, can start to age prematurely. Studies have shown that people who engage in long-term, high-intensity exercise often show elevated liver enzymes, a clear sign that liver cells are under stress or even sustaining damage. Over time, this can lead to inflammation, reduced liver function, and disruptions in how your body processes nutrients and medications. The kidneys, which filter waste from the bloodstream, are also affected. When blood rushes to the muscles and then suddenly surges back post-workout, the kidneys are forced to process a rapid, high-volume blood flow. Repeated stress like this can damage the delicate capillaries inside the kidneys, slowly impairing their ability to function. And while you may feel energized after a session, your liver and kidneys might be silently struggling, getting weaker with every workout. The danger here is that these types of damage rarely show up right away. There's no obvious pain, no flashing warning light, but over time you might begin to notice persistent fatigue, dull skin, digestive issues, or even develop chronic kidney conditions, all without understanding why. For Mr. Jame, those disciplined workouts, which seemed like the smartest, healthiest choice, may have unknowingly strained his liver and kidneys for years. By the time his body collapsed, no one could have guessed that the root cause might have been the very routines he believed were keeping him well. So what's the takeaway? Exercise is good, but overtraining without understanding your body is a double-edged sword. Your liver and kidneys may not speak loudly, but when they stop working, the consequences are impossible to ignore. If the liver and kidneys are the silent victims of overexertion, then the heart, the very center of life, is the first to pay the price in a clear and visible way when we push our bodies beyond their natural limits. The heart is the most resilient engine in the human body. It beats tirelessly, day and night, pumping blood to every cell. And because of its constant work, it's also one of the most vulnerable organs to overuse, even when we don't realize it. Every time you exercise, your heart works harder, beating faster and stronger to deliver oxygen to your muscles. In moderation, this is beneficial. It strengthens the heart and improves circulation. But if you push it too hard, too often, it becomes exhausted, like a car forced to run at full speed every single day without ever cooling down. People like Mr. Jame, who committed to intense workouts daily, believed they were protecting their heart, but in reality they were quietly stressing it, causing the heart muscle to thicken, inflame, or even develop microtears. At first, there are no symptoms, but over time, this can lead to arrhythmias, heart failure, or sudden cardiac arrest, even in someone who appears fit and healthy. The danger lies in the fact that most heart damage gives little to no warning. You might feel slightly more tired, a bit short of breath, and brush it off. But by the time clear symptoms like chest pain, dizziness, or fainting occur, it's often too late for early intervention. In middle age and later years, the heart loses its flexibility and recovers more slowly. Forcing yourself to train like you did in your 30s can cause consequences that are far more severe. No one expects that a healthy habit like exercise could cause the heart to stop, but it can if we don't respect our body's limits. The lesson here is simple. Exercise should help you live longer and live better, not wear you down. Listen to your body. If you're tired today, rest. If you've done 3 intense workouts in a row, let the 4th day be gentler. Your heart doesn't need punishing workouts. It needs consistency, moderation, and kindness. That's how we protect the rhythm of life, not by pushing it to the edge, but by moving with wisdom and care. But cardiovascular health isn't the only area affected when we take our pursuit of wellness to the extreme. Alongside exercise, diet, especially strict vegetarianism, can also have unexpected consequences if not properly balanced. We often hear that a plant-based diet can help us live longer, lower cholesterol, and reduce the risk of heart disease. And that's true, to a point. But for middle-aged and older adults, a diet that completely excludes meat, fish, eggs, or dairy, if not carefully planned, can lead to serious nutritional imbalances. Your body still needs high-quality protein to maintain muscle mass, protect your bones, and repair cells. It still needs vitamin B12, iron, iodine, nutrients mostly found in animal products, to support nerve function, memory, and overall energy. When these are missing, the effects don't show up immediately. They build up silently over time. Many long-term vegetarians, as they age, begin to experience lower bone density, muscle weakness, brain fog, and chronic fatigue without understanding why. In fact, the risk of falls and hip fractures, a major health threat for older adults, is significantly higher in those following an unbalanced vegetarian diet. Mr. Jame's story is a clear example. He avoided meat and fish for many years, truly believing he was doing the right thing for his health. But inside, his body was quietly running low on the essential nutrients it needed to function. No one, not even him, realized the toll it had taken until it was too late. This doesn't mean vegetarianism is bad, not at all. But once we reach our 50s, 60s, and beyond, we must pay closer attention to what our bodies truly need. If you choose to follow a plant-based lifestyle, make sure you're getting enough plant protein and supplementing with vitamin B12, calcium, and iron as needed. Or consider a flexitarian approach, adding in a little fish, eggs, or dairy to maintain a healthy lifestyle without compromising long-term vitality. In the end, the goal isn't just to eat right, it's to eat smart. With balance, awareness, and a little flexibility, your diet can continue to support you, not silently weaken you, as you age with strength and clarity. Health experts widely agree that maintaining good health as we age isn't about extremes or strict rules. It's about balance and understanding what your body truly needs. Dr. Michael Lang, a cardiologist with over 30 years of experience, warns, "Many of my older patients believe that the more they exercise, the better. But in reality, it's the opposite. I've seen numerous cases of weakened heart function and irregular rhythms caused by overtraining." For adults over 60, he recommends gentle and steady activities such as walking, slow cycling, tai chi, or light swimming. What matters most, he says, is keeping a moderate pace and never forgetting the importance of rest. When it comes to nutrition, dietitian Sandra Myers adds, "I support eating plenty of vegetables with low sugar and fat intake. But I get concerned when older adults cut out all animal products without proper guidance. That often leads to deficiencies in protein, vitamin B12, calcium, and zinc, nutrients that are absolutely critical for staying healthy later in life." She explains that lacking these nutrients can result in muscle loss, bone thinning, cognitive decline, and slower recovery from illness. A major study published last year by the Institute of Nutrition and Geriatrics also found that seniors following a strict vegetarian diet had a 30% higher risk of hip fractures compared to those who included moderate amounts of meat. Rates of anemia and thyroid disorders were also higher due to insufficient iodine and iron intake. Dr. Lang emphasizes, "If you want to follow a vegetarian lifestyle, don't do it blindly. Consult a nutrition expert to ensure you're supplementing properly. And remember, there's nothing wrong with including a little fish, eggs, or dairy. Your health matters more than any trend." Both experts agree, the key to healthy aging is not extremism, but rather listening to your body, getting all the nutrients you need, and maintaining regular, appropriate physical activity. You don't need to follow fads, you just need to live wisely. In the end, health isn't about pushing yourself to the limit. It's about learning to live in balance. Mr. James' story, while heartbreaking, can serve as a powerful reminder for all of us to recalibrate the pace of our lives, not just to live longer, but to live well and live with joy. If you found value in what was shared in this video, please leave a comment below, share your thoughts, or simply write, "I'm still here," to let us know you're with us on this journey. Thank you for taking the time to listen. We hope you'll continue caring for yourself with gentleness and wisdom, because you truly deserve it.